What's up, Tribal Acre Fam? Welcome to another episode of Farming the Land with Brand. Yeah, guys, we got our famous intro back. I switched back to my old stand for my GoPro because the other one wasn't putting out as good as quality as I probably wanted. So today is the day, guys. I know on our last video of the 100 subscriber video, I talked to you about where we were standing and what pasture we will be doing next, and that day is today, that one and the second one. So guys, we have almost all the T-posts in for the first pasture. Okay guys, so I just want to go ahead and start this video off by showing you guys how big. I think we're around, this is around 10, almost 10 acres of pasture. Yeah, it's all this out here, guys, even up on that hill. As you can see, probably see the lines here running off of this tree. So to kind of show you, we've had all the front yard pretty much, if you want to consider it that, or the front part of the property, I guess would be more feasible, has always been open. So we're closing it in. We've never had really like a actual driveway. So as you can see here, that's the gate down there. This is our first fence line. We're putting enough room for 2 vehicles to be able to drive up and down this area. And then this will be the second line starting here. As you can see, we're putting in those posts now. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty much our driveway. That way we actually will be able to, of course, pause this off so there's no traffic on any of this, so they can grow out for all the animals. This side's pretty good already, but this side we need to probably reseed again and everything. But as you guys can see, this is all this pasture over here. It's going to go all the way along this edge. Same on this side. I want to show you guys something cool that we're adding in. If you guys ever end up, let's say it's looking the same, what kind of way, just to think about, that you don't just want to add maybe a straight driveway, because although we are, I want to say, close to around 20 foot wide, probably easy, in between these fence lines, we added, sorry guys, it's a long walk, it's like 500 feet one way out here. So we added here, let me try and show you guys, if you can see here, this post of course isn't in the ground. Our fence line goes here, but you see these posts here. What we do is you're created, I guess it would be called like a turnaround, or what I would call a half roundabout. And so if people need to turn around without driving all the way down the driveway, they can pull in here and turn around and leave. Or we forget something at the house, you don't have to back all the way back down, or you don't have to drive out of the property just to come back in to get something, or into the farm or whatever. So here, I'm pretty sure I'm putting a gate into this pasture that's being built next. This will be the second one. Just kind of time in the one video. So there'll be a gate here, and that'll go in this way. That way we can get to our hay bales over there, and that way we'll have an entrance to this pasture too, alone by itself. But then, as you guys can see, this is the end of the pasture. I'm not gonna walk you around the whole thing yet. I just kind of, because it would take us forever and just be a bunch of animals walking, looking at not much anything at all. Anyways, okay, here's the end of it. So cornered it off. This side's gonna corner off here, but this one I actually created a corner for a couple different reasons. One, I wanted to toss some like shrubs or something eventually up in here just to cover this area, so that prevents that. And two, I don't want electrical fence this area, and it also blocks off into another property. So if something did happen, an animal got out or whatever, it would go into our neighbor's property and not out into the road. So I don't know, just trying to think of both things. So you guys can see we got an Amazon package here, so grab that. But yeah, so remember, this fence line here is already built all the way along this back edge. so we won't even have to touch that at all. That's going to stay the same way here. For the most part, this will all stay the same. And yeah, as you guys can still see, you know, like this hill part, there's actually a good bit of land on top of that hill. But on the hill side, we don't have a ton of grass growth. So you guys probably see how we drive through here. So I think grass should grow better once we eliminate the traffic and hopefully get some rain with some. It's been seeded mostly all of it once. So as of right now, yeah, I was gonna split this one in half, but I don't see why not. Why? I'm just gonna use this as a longer term pasture for the cows. I feel like that will serve for us much better. That way we don't have to rotate them as often. But it goes all the way back in there, off of our first pasture at corners back. So I'll meet you guys over on the other side. That way you don't have to listen to me ramble. All right, guys. So we're here at the other side down here. We're at the other side down here now. As you can see, there's the other two pastures. Cows are in here right now. They'll be coming into here next. We've got some pretty good grass growth going on in most of it. Pasture reseeded and it had some good rain. But here, you can see these two lines. This will be posts that'll be put in for a gate. Swings open, but as you can see, we have a distance between these two pastures. And what's going to happen is we'll run electrical wire handles with the rope on them here to this, and then on the other side, and then that's how we'll transfer them from here. I just have to actually get the stuff I need to do what I wanted to there. That was just a temporary thing. I might just put a regular gate there. That was the original plan, so we might just end up doing that. And then here we're almost done, so we run from here, this being our gate. So there's wooden posts, and we got a few more insulated T-posts, and then we'll cut off. All this will be gone, of course. We'll stop right here, corner off right there, and then all this here is open. This corner you take around opens up back in here, and then of course we'll have the whole hill and all of this. So this is the new cow pasture that, of course, we're not done with. You guys are going to see it from start to finish here. So you see that we have the initial part almost pretty much done. We have all the T-posts in the ground. Insulators are going on now, like I said. And then, of course, we got to wire it, put a couple gates in, and that'll pretty much be it. But as you can see here, we left room between the houses to drive. Also room to get into paddock area for the pigs, to take hay in the both pastures when we need to. We're really just trying to create roads to actually make, you know, transporting stuff and getting into pastures in and out very easy. So this is it, guys. So far, as you can see here, oh, I'm gonna probably fence this off eventually too, let cows come into here and eat this too. But I don't know, I'll probably use like temporary fence or something. But anyways, as you guys can see, if you see right there, there's a little tree that we're gonna fence off. You probably can't see it, but it's right there, and it's gonna be shade eventually. It's a mulberry tree, but we're gonna fence it off when cows get in there so they don't eat it. But yeah, super exciting. So okay, guys, I gotta go drive these other posts before everybody gets upset because I'm recording, not working. So all right, guys, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. I'm like super excited about this, guys. Super excited. Can't wait to show you guys what it looks like when it's done. So I'll check back in with you guys real soon. Oh, all right, guys. So this is the next day. I haven't done anything yet today, but I just want to kind of show you guys. We have all the T-posts in, all the insulators on. So as you can see, maybe it's hard to see the posts, of course, but as you can see, we have all of our lines marked out as far as the T-posts go. This is the second pasture that we have here. The line runs along here. Right now it's running through the sheep fence. It goes down to the edge of the horse fence. Gate down there swings around. It cuts off here in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see it because we're sectioning it off in 2 pastures to rotational graze. So we have this pasture that runs here, all this area through the trees back there, back around, and then we cut off into this section here, which will be this part. We're going to put a gate down there, and then from this post all the way out here, as you can see, starts right here, swings all the way to the end of the driveway, all the way over, and then right here, all this is a second pasture, and then we'll be able to rotate from back and forth from here for the sheep particularly. And then I think I've already showed you guys the finished post for the first pasture for the cows, but this is the road. As you guys can see, we're really wide road wise here. We made it wide enough to easily fit 2 cars in, back and forth. Plus a lot of this in this section, especially up there, is all gravel, so we weren't going to mess with it too much, but we wanted to leave a good driveway for the actual, you know, cows, I mean not cows, sorry, the actual cars to come through. That way we can run 2 cars up and down at once if we need to, or bigger vehicles or whatever. And then of course we have our roundabout up there, which I'm going to put a gate in the middle of the half a roundabout, kind of like turnaround spot, to actually be able to drive into this pasture because we get hay from over there. So we're about to start putting wire on for the first pasture. This is getting a late start today because I had to give some vaccinations to the bottle calves, and then I had to treat a couple different cows as well from our first batch of calves almost, what, 7 months ago now? 7, 8, yes, around 6 or 7 months ago. So I had to go treat a couple of them. So it's getting me started a little late. Then I had to take care of some other things as well. So anyways, we're gonna get started, guys, on wiring this in. So you guys get to see the next progression from here. But for the first part, all this is done. Weed eating the lines now to make sure all lines are going to be clear, and we're going to get started on lining now. So stay tuned, see the finished product of this, guys. It's going to probably be a hot minute before it's finished, but for you guys, like I said, as always, you get to see it done in just a few seconds. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, so we are finished with our pastures. I guess you could considerably say that, I guess so, that we kind of built 3 pastures here in the past few days. But yeah, I'll kind of explain that, you know, as we go. I mean, you guys can say it was 2, but I mean, if you say 3, I mean, it's fine too. Technically it's 3. Oh yeah, you'll see. Anyways, so guys, we're done. I just kind of wanted to show you, if you guys really want to learn how we kind of build pastures, we've done it with T-posts, and we also done it with regular posts as well. So as far as running wire, driving T-posts, burying posts, concreting them, and attaching gates to them, everything's the same. So I didn't want to take another whole video, make it like 30 minutes long, actually showing you guys how to do this. You guys can go back and look at that if you want. Now if you're wanting me to do that again, then when we build our next one, just let me know, and I'll do a fresher, and anything I guess we've learned along the way that may have changed, I'll include that as well. I will include that. But I usually try and tell you guys that as we go. Anyways, so here's the first one. This is our big cow pasture right here that we just did. This is the gate from the entrance that'll be here, that I have to attach a fence or something, or electrical gates on this one, right here on this part, so we can actually push them into here. As you can see, I already ran our 2-strand wires right here. This is the poly wire. I attach it to an insulator here so they can die once we pull it off. There's no charge running through it, and we did that on both sides. and then we connected it with the gate openers, I guess is what they're kind of called, here, and then of course pop them off like so. And now this wire is dead, and I kind of left it on just so you guys could see how we're going to transfer the cows. But I mean, I'll probably just leave them on because we only burn in our fire pit every once in a while. So like I said, we pop both of these off, but I'm only going to put these on for real, you know, when we're actually running the pasture. These ones aren't as easy to get off. Trying to do without getting shocked is not maybe per se the easiest thing to do, but okay, so those are off. Now of course I can just leave those up just cuz, but we're going to use that as a travel lane from here into this pasture right here, and then we'll open this up when we need to get back in this area. But as you guys know, I'm going to show you kind of how we did this here as well. Just pull these off to the side, store them on this cattle panel. So you guys know we didn't run the whole pasture with electrical wire. Some of it of course is already electric wired fence, some isn't. We still have to remove all these branches, which we'll get to that. But our initial start was right here, which is where we connected to the existing electrical fence. Ran our insulated corner post and then just connected, boom 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 there. Then we run the same first initial one, comes here, cuts over, goes down there, and then we run into regular galvanized, I believe, the little square fencing that runs all along that edge. Some of it has a bar with strand wire across the top, but I'm not worried about the cows getting off anyways, or out, I mean. So that is the only entrance currently into this pasture, is right here. This one, this is pretty much just a transfer gate, and I can come down here when I want to get in here. So like I said, I've kind of showed you guys along here, but as it is finished, I'll kind of show you again. As you can see, we go all the way up on the hill to the fence. Now that no traffic of any whatsoever is going to be coming across this grass, now we'll actually be able to let a lot of it just grow because there's no traffic on it. The only thing traffic is just watering one of the trees out here that is a mulberry tree that we're going to fence off when we put the cows in, but we just want to provide some more shade in here for the cows when it actually grows. We have a couple of trees that provide shade currently with how the sun runs, which is these two already, so that's nice. As you can see, we bounced off of this tree. He's an existing, save a T-post, existing things that will not be moved whatsoever. Trees are really good as corners, but it wasn't the corner. I actually did something different this time. In all of my corners, I did not run actual posts. All I did was run T-posts. So I just ran a T-post. I didn't run a corner insulator or anything. I just hooked the wire in and ran it along with it. You can say, well, what's the negative side effect of that, or negative effect, I guess? The only thing that I could say that affected it somewhat is it kind of just tilted it in a little bit, just because of all the draw on it, but the wire is still tight. So you could say it gets worse over time, but we'll see. But I mean, of course, if not, usually we just concrete a post in here as a corner. If not, we connect 2 4-foot posts on each side. Again, then boards, so that it gives a real sturdy corner, but we're just running electrical wire. It's not really loose, it's really tight, so it's working out well. And then you guys know we run all the way down here. Split off into the next pasture here. I'm going to install a gate across this way right there, just in case we end up transferring animals in between pastures. We'll have a transfer gate on each side. We have a 12-foot gate here, and I moved it from the initial spot, which was down there, and ended up running electrical gates down there because it won't be used as often. So we wanted a quick access to be a lot closer to the main farm. than way out there by the road, because well, currently we have to walk everywhere. So you know, that is, let me grab this, guys, because I'm gonna try and keep my life today and not get shot. Okay, so now I'm gonna attach a wheel to this 12-foot gate because it's 12 foot. Anything over 10 foot of a gate, I suggest always getting a wheel to add on. Now you can make it sturdy enough to where that's not an issue, but for me, a wheel just works really well with 12 foot. So now we're inside of this pasture here. I'm gonna walk actually in this one, kind of show you guys how it runs. Here, this is pasture number 2. As you can see, guys, right there, I'll get to it. It converts to pasture number 3 over there. So anyways, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. But okay, so we come along this edge here. This net's coming down. I'm gonna let you guys see all the sheep we get to come out into the pasture. This is gonna be cool. Come all the way down here. As you can see, our current round pen is in here, inside, enclosed in this pasture. So if a horse gets loose or decide a horse can graze or whatever, they can actually do that as well. So that'd be a bonus. Or we can use that for a holding pin and catch pin as well in here. So that'd be nice. While we run down here, I'm gonna kind of show you guys the lane that we're doing. Here, we cornered off. Okay, so this is the gate that rolls into the horse pasture. You guys can see him out here grazing right now next to the lake. This is their pasture currently that rolls all the way around to the back. I just never really showed you guys this, but yes, this pasture is that. We didn't really do much work to this one. All existing fences have already been done. They need touched up and worked on. Haven't gotten to it yet, but it's been holding the horse as well. We just ran a 12-foot gate with a wheel, spins out and actually runs right to here, so could close this off if we needed to. But the reason why I did this is I wanted to leave some form of driveway. So this I left a drive so that we can drive back here. I'll show you guys why. We come down here around these trees. As you can see, this it's a good drive. Comes through here. This tree, we bounce off of this tree, guys. Okay, in between we knock a T-post in because we're probably at least around 20 feet, 24 feet from that to here. We've run off of this tree, bounce, and knock in another T-post here. Come off of this tree here, and then T-post, and then back in T-post. As you can see, our trailer for stuff is back here. So we need to be able to get to this, and then we have other stuff back here as well that we store, and then we store all of our hay back here as well. So we still need a good access point to drop off hay when we get that dropped off into here. Good turnaround area as well. So we did that, but this is the end of pasture 1. Coming up right here on the edge, we have a couple, you know, plants and stuff in this area, so we just kept it, you know, guarded off. We're gonna possibly turn this into a garden, so, or something of that nature. I'm not sure, but we got a lot of room right here. But we cornered off here, and this is what we will consider as a transfer gate into pasture. This would be pasture 4, right? No, pasture 5. Pasture 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be pasture 5. Okay, so this would be transferring into pasture 5 here. Is what this would be used for. But we might be grazing 2 different animals. If not, we're going to be moving sheep from here into this pasture as a rotational grazing. Okay, so I'm not even going to go into this section, just to cut the video short for not walking this whole line with you guys again. But here we just run to the edge here, cut off on that post, and we just tied off to it, and then we just run into the same fencing there, not electric, all the way along the edge, and then of course we run back down here. Electric middle section cuts it off, guys. So boom, that's this pasture here is all here, second pasture all there. So this is it, guys. This is what we've been doing for the past few days. Sheep are probably super stoked right now because they're going to get released out into all this. So this evening I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I get it on camera for you guys so that you guys can see it as well. This fence actually hasn't even been being ran by electric the past few days because I had to replace one of our chargers. Luckily he's on warranty, so these guys are so well trained on the fence that they don't even touch it, or even, you know, attempt it in any way, shape, or form to try and get out. So that's that. But we're gonna releasing these guys here soon. Be using this fence for something else. But we won't have to use the mobile fence for the sheep anymore because they're gonna have a lot more area to move in. So with that being said, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Other than, no, that's not at the end of the video. I'm gonna let these sheep out so you guys can see them run out into their full freedom. So I'll check back in with you guys so you can see that happen. And them guys getting released out in the pasture. All right, guys. So, all right, it is time to release these guys out into the pasture. I always like showing you guys these things because it's exciting to see when animals get more space. Even though they had a good amount of space and we moved it often, more space is always better. Cleaner, everything. So here we go, guys. Once I get a stake out the ground, get this one up. All right, guys, here we go. Try not to get rammed in the process. You know, it's not quite like cows when you do this stuff. They don't sprint out, they just want the grass. But I'm definitely happy. This is the first time I've ever been able to just let them out. So that was quick and easy. We got to, of course, pick up this fence, but yeah, exciting. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Another build, huge expansion, 3 pastures, even if you consider it 2. Sheep are out grazing. So I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time on Farm and Living.